Thank you, Brigadier. We see that this is one of the incident wherein Constable Zungu sat and discussed with General Sibia and General Shabane and also Warrant Officer Makubu. And importantly, that is when Warrant Officer Makubu dismissed the information regarding the involvement of accused number 5 in this matter.
My Lord, I see it, but this has said Constable Zungu is a of this thing. I see what is contained, I see the dismissal. What I don't understand is what are the basis of dismissing something that is involved in before you investigate. I don't understand, because the purpose of the investigation is to get to the truth. And if the truth takes you to the benefit of the suspect, that is also the truth. But you cannot come to the conclusion that someone is not involved before you even investigate. I don't know where is it coming from.
I see the non-availability of reasons, as you are saying, but what I wanted to confirm with you that you see that the first information given by Constable Zungu was rejected by Warrant Officer Makubu, who is also a state witness in this case, who is still going to come and testify.
But my Lord, what I'm saying, he had no basis. Because according to this presentation, this paragraph, the evidence presented to him, all information is given to him before he investigates, dismisses it. And I'm saying that's not how investigations are. You investigate, then guided by the outcome of the investigation, and perhaps they can make such utterances.
One thing Brigadier Gininda will do is repeat himself over and over and over again. And in this case, this is such an interesting exchange because Brigadier Gininda is forced under oath to speak about Warrant Officer Makuba. And we already know they are the two co-workers that are not co-working. Okay, they are not co-working. In fact, Warrant Officer Makuba has gone ahead and opened up a docket, okay, a whole 375. All about, well, there's parts about Gininda, and we're not going to talk about that here in this video, but he opened up a whole docket about Brigadier Gininda, and the docket number is 375. And so what is hilarious here is that Gininda has to speak about his former colleague, because they were in the cold case unit together, but Warrant Officer Makubo and Buthelezi said, you know what, we ain't buying this Nganekwane business. There were no intruders at the Khumalo Spaza house. There were no intruders. So we cannot play along with case 636. So they left the building. Well, not necessarily the building, but they stopped working with Gininda, okay? And they opened up docket 375, and Gininda now has to speak to Warrant Officer Makubo and his behavior, okay? His behavior based on Zungu's statement. He has to give his comment, and you can tell from his comment that, there is no love lost between the two, okay? So Brigadier Gininda says, I don't even understand on what basis Warrant Officer Makubo just dismissed Zungunizer's version of events without performing an investigation. I mean, the statement even says it, Brigadier Nicholas Gininda. When you did the Temba Funda, did you read to understand, or did you read to just get through it? Because in that statement on paragraph 13, Constable Zungu does say, Warrant Officer Makubo showed me a picture of Unkani. Nkani is case number 5. Okay? And Makubo says he arrested him. What else can he possibly investigate if the dates are not matching? Okay, but hey, Gininda says he shouldn't have done that. He should have taken the information and gone ahead and investigated. How can you investigate when this whole Zungu version is based on Unkani, who was arrested at the time? That is the basis of what Makubo is saying. And that's where, there's a disagreement between the two. I thought that was interesting. I think Mshololo missed that part as well, because she says, yes, there was no investigation done at that time, but there was an investigation. There was no need for an investigation. Nkani was arrested. But let's continue listening to the Brigadier. Again, I apologize for the audio. It is what it is. I've tried to clean it up. Let's continue watching.
Okay, Colonel, on Brigadier, on paragraph, at the beginning of paragraph 13, it says the same year, 2019, I received a call. Did you verify or did you ask from Constable Zungu as to when about in 2019 did he receive this call? Because we can see that on the date when he received this call, that's the date when this conversation took place between General Sibia, General Shabane, and Warrant Officer Makubo.
What Zungu said with regard to the calls is contained in this statement of his. So it doesn't go from this. This is all information we call based on the most likely and this is what come up.
No, I was asking clarity, Brigadier. Thank you, my lord. My question, Brigadier, to you was that, did you ask Constable Zungu as to when exactly in 2019 did this incident take place? As the investigating officer, I'm asking as the investigating officer, not because you were there.
No, but correct, I was not there. But
Yes.
two, the issue of the mission was not relevant because relevant is the information is far as what he knows about this incident. And as I've said, what he knew, what he could recall, was contained in the notes, and that's what on the notes that he had, and then it was then summarized in the form of his statement. So the fact that it's not him, he didn't have this, he didn't dwell on it as well, because the essence and the focus of the investigation was insofar as his presence, Edward Sukume was there, and why did he tell him, what is it that he knows about that incident? That's what the statement really focuses on. The other information is basically the background of what he did, whether this information he didn't have
Thank you, Brigadier. Maybe I'm missing the answer in your explanation. My question was, did you ask the dates in 2019 in which you received the call? Did you ask or did you did not ask? That was my question.
No, I will not recall.
Okay.
I will not recall. All I was saying is that the response is insofar as that it is contained in the statement.
Okay, perfect. You can't recall the date. Thank you. Let's move on for the sake of progress to paragraph 14.
In the same year, I received a call from a lady who identified herself as Lieutenant Buthelezi, who said she was a forensic investigator in the matter of SENZO MEYIWA. The officer asked to meet me in relation to the information I get warrant for Samakubo, and we agreed to meet at McDonald's Central Park. When we met, I realized that she was in the warrant for Samakubo. She asked me to repeat the information that I had shared with warrant for Samakubo, and I did. She further asked me about my relationship to the suspects I explained. She also asked if I'm related and know Kelly Kumalo, and I told her that I do not know them, nor am I related to them, except I have seen them on the social media platforms. Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi accused me and General Sharano of trying to protect Kelly Kumalo and shift the blame to the suspect. I was mentioning, the shift the blame to the suspect I was mentioning. She told me that she has evidence that implicates Kelly Kumalo in the murder, and that the shooter was one of those who were in the house. I disagreed with her based on the information I had, and our discussion ended with no fruitful outcome.
Zungu is a very, very interesting witness. It's a very interesting state witness, that is. And here, Brigadier Kininda is reading, paragraph 14 of Zungu. That is Constable Sizwe Zungu's statement, where he says, listen, I got a call from Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi, and she said she wanted to meet with me. I agreed, of course, and I met up with her, and of course, as soon as I saw her, there he was, Warrant Officer Makubo. I just got a feeling about this meeting. But anyway, the meeting goes on. It starts. She asked me to repeat what I told Warrant Officer Makubo, which I absolutely did, because I believe in my Nganegwane. So I went ahead and told her the exact same story. Once I was done, she said, are you related, or do you know Kelly Kumalo? And I said, what do you mean? No, I'm not related to her. I just know her from social media. And then, can you believe it? She too accused me and General Lishavane of trying to protect Kelly Kumalo and shift blame to the suspects that I told them about. And she said that she agrees with me, and that she even has evidence that implicates Kelly Kumalo in the murder of SENZO MEYIWA, and that the shooter was actually somebody that was in the house. Oh my goodness. I don't know why Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi would say such a thing about Warrant Officer Zungu's story. But you know what? Maybe because she listens, She listens, and she decided she was going to judge Zungu right there and there because his Nganegwane was just not making sense, Again, we all know Brigadier Kininda expects you to listen and investigate, even though we still haven't heard him tell us how he investigated. But you know what? I digress. Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi says, no. you're talking nonsense, okay? You're talking nonsense. And then they disagreed, okay? She told him she disagrees with him. And then she proceeded to ask me how I was related with the accused, which I explained to her. So that's where I'm saying to you that Zungu is a very interesting guy, okay? He also implicates himself because he identifies that how he is related with the accused, therefore implicating himself. Is this a vengeance? Is this a family feud? Is this a homeland's battle of the giants? Is this because he's a police officer and he wants to flex his muscles, show who he is over there back home in the homelands? I don't know, but I don't know why he put that in his paragraph 14. In fact, I would have left it out if I was Zungu. Like if I was to advise Zungu, I would have said, keep it to the minimum. Don't add too much to the story because it begins to sound even more sus. But you know what? Let's continue listening on. Let's hear how Brigadier Kininda listens, because one thing about him, rather how Brigadier Kininda responds, because one thing about him, he believes in Zungunizer, okay? Zungunizer is the hill that he's willing to die on. This is the state witness that is bringing the crucial evidence in the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Let's listen to Brigadier Kininda.
So thank you, Brigadier, for that information. Do you agree with me that this is the second incident when the information brought by Zungu to Colonel Joyce Buthelezi, who was also an investigating officer in this case, was rejected?
My Lord, as I've said, it's not how I understand it. How do you reject something before you investigate it? Because if you look at this paragraph, Zungu on the mere presentation also this information to the is being rejected, and it's all manner of things. How do you do that when you're not conducting an investigation? That's not how, at least the way I was taught. First we investigate, then the evidence or the outcome of the investigation will lead you to the truth or to the assertion that we want to make. But you can't just dismiss information that is brought to you on the mere basis that you don't trust that person or you're searching views. You have to investigate, and then you can if you think you're qualified to make such assertions, make such assertions.
Thank you, Brigadier. The next paragraph 15 refers to your encounter with Constable Zungu, paragraph 15. Can we now move to that paragraph 15? My Lord, it's now past. However, I was asking if I can continue to finish questions on this statement, my Lord, before we're about to finish, before we take an adjournment, my Lord. I'm not sure if we've got eight more paragraphs, my Lord. My Lord, not 15, because the media asked to.
Okay,
all right.
30 minutes.
Thank you.
And the famous saying, we listen, we don't judge, but it's difficult not to judge. But did you hear Brigadier Kininda when he said, how do you reject before you investigate? You can't just be rejecting the information that Zungu brought to her, and she does no investigation unless, of course, she is qualified to make such assertions. Oh my goodness, there is definitely animosity between Lieutenant Colonel Joyce Buthelezi and Brigadier Kininda and Makubo. It's interesting to hear because he cannot hide it whenever he responds. So when they pin the questions to him, he kind of shows his true colors or how he really feels about Makubo and Buthelezi. I don't know, allegedly, okay, allegedly. Let me know if you picked up on that as well. But you know what, that is it from me today on this video. Let's end it right here. When next video we'll be doing, of course, chapter 15, the encounter between Brigadier Kininda and Zungu himself. And in that moment, he cannot tell us, I was not in court, I was not there, this is Zungu's statement. No, he's now going to tell us his account of events. So that's going to be interesting. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I absolutely love it when you do. Share this video as well, because it is Sunday. Why not catch up on Mshololo's cross-examination with Kininda before things changed last year. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.